Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Brian with Games Under Pressure, bringing you a look at the newly released MX vs. ATV Supercross Encore. The game is out right now on the PlayStation 4 and on the Xbox One. I'm taking a look at the PlayStation 4 version of the game today. Now, you're going to want to stick around for a little bit because I'm going to get into sort of what this game is all about, but then I'm going to talk about one of the most glaring problems I've seen with a game in many, many, many years. So hold on. Don't go out and buy this game yet. I'll get to it in a second. If you're not familiar with MX versus ATV, the game is part racing game, part multiplayer racing game, part free ride game. It's sort of cool. So the crux of the game, I mean, the biggest draw of the game is, of course, the races. And you can see I'm on a motorbike here. But it's pretty cool because what you have to do is sort of guide your bike along these hills, and you have to land with all of your tires touching. If you ever played Tiny Wings on iOS, it's sort of the same idea. You want to land with the slope of the hill that you're going on. When you're jumping into the air off some of these things, you don't really have any control over where you're going, so you have to line up your jump perfectly and then try to land correctly using the right analog stick, which is actually a little bit more difficult than it sounds. So to turn, you, number one, have to hit left on the left thumbstick or right on the left thumbstick, and then on the right thumbstick, you lean into the turns, and you can see there, if you don't line up your jumps perfectly, there's no way to control yourself in the air. So it's a really sort of interesting mechanic because you always feel like you are 1 second away from just crashing and burning. And it's this sort of exhilarating in a way, the sense that it could go wrong at any time. And you sort of white knuckle it through this. You try to be very, very careful. It's really sort of fun when the game works. You can see I'm really bad at this game. I don't know why. I'm just really bad at it. Doesn't mean I'm not having a good time with it. I'm just really, really bad at it. So here is my favorite part of the game, and that is the free ride. And it's basically this vast open world. The levels are fairly large, with ramps and jumps and opportunities to do tricks and things like that. And I think this is where the game really opens up in a lot of different ways. It sort of lets you loose to do whatever you want and to just screw around and have a good time. Now, what I mentioned earlier about there being a very big glaring flaw in this game is starting to become a little bit visible here. You'll notice that the frame rate is atrocious. Atrocious. It's not visible at all times during this level in particular, but as I'll show you a little bit later on, it's bad. It is probably the worst performing console game I have ever played, period. I can't think. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out if there was anything else that played from a performance standpoint as badly as this, and I can't think of anything. To the point where it actually it detracts from the game in such a meaningful way, in such a significant way, it almost makes the game unplayable. So I'm going to jump now into an ATV race that I think shows this off perfectly. This is where the problem for me really crystallized. And this race is unplayable. It is unplayable. That's not overstating things. With this frame rate, which is probably hovering in the area of 15 frames a second, all the quick reaction things that you need to do, turning, cornering, avoiding other players, avoiding obstacles, it's not possible when the frame rate is this low. It's literally not possible to play this game effectively with this frame rate. It's a little bit confusing because the game doesn't look especially great. Sure, it gets the job done. You get some nice little wind blowing your shirt there. I mean, you get some neat splatter effects. The trees look good, the textures look good and everything, but it's not this mind-blowingly good-looking game that would cause the frame rate to drop like this. And this is not like these are dips, occasional dips in frame rates. This is the entire race. This is the entire race. And it's not just this course. It's not just on the ATVs. It's a lot of different races. Anytime the game opens up, anytime that you're not playing in just an arena or something, anytime the game opens up and there are vistas and landscapes, the frame rate tanks like this. And you cannot play the game. It's just unplayable. The worst performing game I have ever seen on a console, I think. So don't buy this game. As much as I like the core gameplay, I think the core gameplay is really, really fun when it works. But in instances like this, it's appalling. It really is. It is absolutely appalling. Not only that, but there are other glitches that I've encountered where you'll just get stuck in the side of a railing and you can't get out without having to reset your character. I'll show that a little bit later on, but there are just a lot of issues with it. The strength of the core gameplay can't really make up for what is just a complete lack of performance. If you want, check out the game on PC. If you have a higher powered rig that will be able to play this game without just consistent frame rate drops, do that. But don't buy this game on the PS4. Whatever you do, I can't speak to the Xbox One version. I don't know if the Xbox One version is running better than this, but it's really bad. It's really, really bad. It impacts the core gameplay. I can't recommend it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're playing this game, if you're enjoying it, let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you like about it, what you don't like about it. But yeah, I can't recommend it. I just can't recommend this game. Hopefully they'll patch it. That's my hope, that they'll iron out some of these performance problems, but I'm not really hopeful right now. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this in the comments below. Is this acceptable to you? Is probably a 15 frames a second performance okay? Would you be mad if you bought this game and can bear? Let me know. I want to hear what you guys think. Here, and this is where I got stuck. Look at this. How do you release a game like this? How do you do it? Look at this. So, yeah, really disappointing. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single subscription means the world to me. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without that. So please keep that coming. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching.